If you're watching this video, you're probably staring at Apple's website right now, completely torn between the TechWoven, Clear or Silicone Case for your new iPhone 17 Pro. Trust me, I've been there, so I did what any reasonable person would do, and I bought all three and spent way too much money so you don't have to. I picked up the iPhone 17 Pro in silver, so I was looking for cases that would complement this colour well. First up is the TechWoven case in blue. Now, I'll be honest, I had zero idea what to expect here. I have never tried Apple's infamous fine woven disaster, so this was completely new territory for me. Right out of the box, this thing actually surprised me. I was expecting some kind of fabric texture, but it's actually quite firm and slightly coarse. It's hard to describe, but it feels like it could be quite durable in the long run, but time will tell. The Apple logo is embossed right into the case, though interestingly, it's not the same position as the logo on your phone's back. Not a deal breaker, just a curious design choice. The side rails have this softer, grippier texture that feels really nice in the hand. At the bottom, there is full coverage with precise cutouts for charging cable and speakers. In the bottom corner, there are some holes for the new lanyard strips, although this is something that I'm not really interested in. And then there's the typical MagSafe ring on the inside, with a slightly softer interior texture, but it's not as soft as the silicone case. In use, the buttons feel satisfyingly clicky, and paired with the silver iPhone 17 Pro, it looks really nice. I think silver and blue look a really good combination, although I imagine most of the colours will look good with the silver iPhone anyway. Now, someone in my comments on my unboxing video mentioned they weren't a fan of the silver iPhone because you can see the silver bezel around the screen even with a case on, and I get it. That's exactly why I usually go for black phones. But since picking up the silver iPhone and living with it for a few days, I completely forgot it was even there, so it's a non-issue for me. The lip around the camera bump gives you a bit of protection. It's raised just enough to keep those lenses safe when you set it face down on a table. And the bonus of that massive horizontal camera bar is it actually eliminates the annoying table wobble when you're typing. Overall, the TechWoven feels comfortable to hold, and I think it looks really smart, and it complements the silver really well. Next up is Apple's redesigned Clear case. Gone is the white MagSafe ring around the back. Instead, we've got this white rectangular section covering most of the rear. When Apple first showed this at the keynote, I thought, why would you put a white rectangle on a clear case? But here's the thing. Look at the silver iPhone 17 Pro's back. There's already a white rectangle from the ceramic shield back panel, so this is just following the phone's design, and actually it looks quite good. This time the Apple logo placement on the clear case is different to the TechWoven and silicone case, and instead matches the phone's logo position. On the bottom there is a large cutout exposing the charging port and speaker area, and there are no lanyard holes on this one, so if you did want that feature, you'll have to get a different case. The construction is quite rigid, and it doesn't flex that much. The edges are all smooth, and it feels quite comfortable to hold. The sides are all clear, except for the white camera control button. It's surprisingly grippy, and it feels quite secure in the hand. All the buttons maintain the satisfying clickiness, and again, no table wobble when typing. So I think it feels comfortable to hold, and it looks really smart. I think it really complements the silver quite well. Finally, I bought the classic silicone case in Terra Cotta. If you've used Apple silicone cases before, you should know what to expect, but apparently they've made some minor improvements. So now there is a larger camera cutout to accommodate that big horizontal bump. And Apple claimed that the button design has been improved, and they do feel nice and clicky. The bottom has full coverage, and in the corners you still have the lanyard holes. It has a nice soft touch silicone similar to the previous Apple silicone cases, and once again, no table wobbles. This one definitely feels the softest of all three cases. The interior has a nice felt-like material, and the whole thing feels premium in your hand. If grip is your priority, I'd say this probably wins, although the clear case is surprisingly close. The Terra Cotta against the silver iPhone reminds me of the old Apple tan leather cases they used to make, which is why I chose this colour. And just out of interest, I weighed each case with the phone and found that they were all 235 grams, so don't let weight be a deciding factor. So which one should you choose? Honestly, if you're considering one of these cases, I don't think you can go wrong with either. I've been swapping between them all week, and each time I put a different one on, I think, yep, this is the one, until I try the next one. If you want something a bit more unique, I'd say go with the TechWoven. If you want something to show off your phone, I'd say go with the clear case. And if you want maximum comfort and grip, I'd probably go with the silicone. But if I had to pick one for myself right now, I'd probably go with the clear case. There's something about how it complements the silver iPhone while still protecting it that just works for me. But what do you think? Which case matches your style? Drop a comment below and let me know your choice. And if you've tried any of these, why don't you share your experience? And if you want some more video examples of what these cases look like, check out my aesthetic unboxing video here. Thanks for watching.